Craig Morgan, Kicks 105.5. Good morning to you. 7:48, and every Wednesday, my buddy Mike from Barrett Insurance Agency in St. Johnsbury joins me. And speaking of good old boys, how you doing there, senior?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Get off your phone. It's time to chat.
I was just checking something.
I actually said last week, remind me of something. What was that?
Investigate. Now you know why I was on my phone.
Ah, yeah, see? Doing some research there.
Yes,
All right.
yes, sir. Yes.
So what was the question?
You were asking me about, I think, special investigations or
Yeah, like false claims or you know somebody saying, yeah, this happened, but it really didn't, and them doing their due diligence because they want to, of course, CYA as an insurer. So maybe you've done something that requires somebody to come out. Now, this is not something that is all the time, right? What would you say? Out of 100 claims, maybe 5 of them are investigated?
Yeah, maybe less.
Okay.
And it's hard. It's a metric that's really hard to tell, but there is a special investigation unit within every company. Usually it's for fraud. I don't know if they necessarily have a specific investigation team for that, but they certainly keep a close watch on it.
Yeah.
And they follow the protocol. Companies take sworn statements, especially when it's a difficult claim that may have a lot of different layers of the onion. People it's not going to come as a surprise to anybody. People will try to file a fraudulent claim.
No.
I know. I'm glad you were sitting for that. One that we used to see quite often and we hear about still is uninsured motorist.
Yeah.
People will claim that their vehicle was struck in a parking lot and it was a hit and run, and they'll try to file a damage claim. Some people I know were doing it around the holidays quite often, almost religiously. Every year at the holidays, somebody was filed. So after a while, the company goes, every December,
Isn't Christmas coming up in like 2 weeks?
Every December, somebody runs into you. So you got to stop going to that store in December. It's too busy. So there's definitely things there. But then there's investigators who look at cause of loss. We have investigators who will go on scene for fires with some of our companies and look to see cause of loss and understand the loss as it goes through to make sure that everything's on the up and up. So it's companies trying to do exactly what you said, save their own tuckuses, for the lack of a better word.
For real, though, if you do get caught doing something shisty, are you cut from insurance? Like, will you get red marked on that insurance, and then all other insurers can be like, oh, wait a minute, it looks like here that you had a little insurance fraud. And we will not cover you. Is that common?
It's quite.
If you get busted?
That's definitely a strong possibility.
Okay.
Companies will ask questions if you've ever been canceled or non-renewed, and if so, why. I don't know that there's a database in the background that says, watch out for this guy over here. I don't think that really exists, so I think they may be able to obtain other insurance. But again, now they're obtaining it fraudulently again because they're not answering the fact they got canceled or non-renewed from another company.
The Christmas crasher is at it again. We had, of course, some storms last week. Last night, a pretty major storm blew out power here and a lot of St. Johnsbury for a bit.
I thought that was just a squirrel that took out the power here.
I had chili dogs the night before.
Oh, there you go.
But flood insurance is something that you and I have talked on and off about.
Yeah.
Just a quick one. Flood insurance generally is not included in your insurance policy.
Generally, take generally out. It is not included.
It's not. Okay. No. And the reason I bring this up is because there is what you call acts of God or whatever, natural disasters. So if something should occur that is water related, where is the fine line between water related and flood? Because you're going to say, well, a flood is when you actually have a large body of water rush through and cause damage.
Yep.
But what if it's just water damage, not so much flood? Where's the line covering that?
So
what does it cover?
Sure. So water,
I'm sure it would probably be a basement thing, right?
It is a basement thing. So groundwater seepage, for example, not covered. Groundwater seepage in a basement that is known to take on water with a sump pump, and the sump pump fails, now you've got water damage because of the failure of the sump pump. If you have backup of sewers and drains coverage, that would be covered. It's I tell you, son had a cold, so it's on me now too. Sorry. But it's one of those things I can't make up.
Thanks for coughing in my little studio.
I turned around and I did it in my elbow like you're supposed to do. I followed protocol.
Okay, gotcha.
And I sprayed some Lysol on me. But inundation of water is flood. Inundation of water. So if water damage is occurring from groundwater, from groundwater, that is going to be
That's
something.
the termination.
There you go.
Inundation.
If you're having water damage from pipes or a leaky roof or a leaky window or something that's happened to your house that's causing water damage,
Inundation of water.
that's not inundation of water. That is water damage as a result of that. That's going to be completely different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Condo versus homeowners insurance. The difference, and does it matter when we talk about flooding and stuff? Does it matter for condo or homeowners, or is that just totally different things and flood still remains the same concept?
Definition of flood is going to be specific across all the companies.
Okay.
There are some private companies that have a broader definition of flood than the national program, which I actually like, but it's going to be all the same in the way it is handled. An association would need a flood policy for the main buildings that are owned by the association, and condos would need their own for the interior.
Okay. Very interesting. You gonna be all right? I'm not gonna do mouth to mouth. I'm just telling you that
No,
right
I'm not
now.
hurting. It's just a cold.
Last question for you. Has anyone ever claimed age discrimination on insurance carriers? Have you ever heard of it? Because it seems to me that there is age discrimination, and both ways. You're 16, your insurance is extremely high.
Yeah.
You're over 70 or whatever that cap it. What is the age?
It depends on the company, but it does start around 72 with
72.
some. Yep.
Has anybody been like, you know what? Hey, man, that's literally against the law in every other thing. Getting a house, buying a car,
Right.
living in neighborhoods. It's the same as, it's discrimination.
Yes, and I've had people say that. It's actuarial science. So
Tough doggy
it's-
doo-doo. That's the answer.
That's the hard thing, But the thing of it is the beauty of it is that there are so many companies out there that if you are of the young age or the old age where you're seeing higher rates, shop around because I guarantee you'll surprise yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We talk good policies every Wednesday about 10 minutes to 8 o'clock and then talk far too long.
Way too long.
And
Sorry about that.
If you'd like to discuss some of the things that we chat about or you have questions on your own, Mike always is willing to take phone calls. Buzz him up at
748-5224. You can stop by our office in Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com, and then Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agents.
All right, buddy. Talk to you next Wednesday.
Be good.
Bye.